U.S. strikes failed to destroy Iran's nuclear sites. That's the headline from Reuters, and that's the intelligence report says so. What do you think of that? This is from Reuters. U.S. airstrikes did not destroy Iran's nuclear capability and only sent it back a few months. How do they know this? There's nobody on the ground. According to a preliminary U.S. intelligence assessment, as a shaky ceasefire brokered by the president took hold in Iran. Earlier on Tuesday, both Iran and Israel signaled that their air war between the two nations had ended, at least for now, after Trump publicly scolded them for violating the ceasefire. As the two countries lifted civilian restrictions after 12 days of war, which the U.S. joined with an attack on Iran's uranium enrichment facilities, each sought to claim victory. Trump said over the weekend that the U.S. deployed 30,000-pound bombs had obliterated Iran's nuclear program, but that claim appeared to be contradicted by an initial assessment by one of his administration's intelligence agencies, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. One of the sources said Iran's enrichment uranium stocks had not been eliminated, much of which is buried deep underground, may have been set back only a month or two. The White House said the intelligence assessment was flat out wrong. So that's their own intelligence assessment, they keep contradicting, which is kind of a nice touch, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I want my tax dollars to keep going to intelligence agencies that are flat out wrong. Just my little way of fighting back, I guess. According to the report, which was produced by the Defense Intelligence Agency, the strike sealed off the entrances to 2 of the facilities, but did not collapse the underground buildings, said one of the people familiar with the findings. Some centrifuges still remain intact after the attacks, Washington Post said, citing an unnamed person familiar with the report. Trump's administration, I tell you, I have to say, Trump's administration told the United Nations Security Council on Tuesday that its weekend strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities had degraded Iran's nuclear program, short of Trump's earlier assertion that the facilities had been obliterated. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Tuesday that the attack on Iran had removed the threat of nuclear annihilation and was determined to thwart any attempt by Tehran to revise its weapons program. We have removed 2 immediate existential threats to us, the threat of nuclear annihilation and the threat of annihilation by 20,000 ballistic missiles, Netanyahu said. Wow. Here's Trump's tweet. We just caught the failing New York Times working with fake news CNN cheating again. They tried to demean the great work our B-2 pilots did, and they were wrong in doing so. These reporters are just bad and sick people. You would think they would be proud of the great success we had instead of trying to always make our country look bad. Total obliteration. He said that on June 25th. But it's his own intelligence agencies that are also saying that. So... And CNN's not fake, by the way. They are real prostitutes. Israel just stated that the nuclear sites were obliterated. Thank you to our great B-2 pilots and all the others involved. So, the most advanced jet in the world with the most advanced weapons on board can only mean that he did not want to hit their nuclear facility? Is that what you're saying? I mean, what kind of apocalyptic nutcase would try to avoid hitting a nuclear facility? Maybe Donald Trump is done playing the Zionist game. He has his own games to play. Let's see. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said his country had successfully, and by the way, that's my dentist, has successfully ended the war in what he called a great victory, according to the Iranian media. Pezeshkian, who also told Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman that Tehran was ready to resolve differences with the United States, according to official news agency IRNA. Wow. So it's safe to say that everybody's going to claim victory on this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see Charlie Sheen step in shouting, winning! But there you go. So now we have reports that it didn't happen. You want me to see something?
Yeah, what?
Who posted this?
Trump.
Did Trump on Truth Social just call for Netanyahu's trial to be canceled? Yes. On June 25th, President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social calling for the cancellation of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's corruption trial, describing it as a witch hunt. He stated Bibi Netanyahu trial should be canceled immediately or a pardon given to a great hero who has done so much for the state of Israel. Trump's post also praised Netanyahu's leadership, particularly in relation to recent events involving Iran, criticizing the Israeli legal system for continuing the trial. Wow. Okay. So, we're getting contradictory reports about how effective those B-2 bombers were on there. So, according to Reuters, they have inside sources inside the administration say it didn't work, and their own intelligence agency said it didn't work. Only set them back a few months. Come see us live on tour in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Alberta, Calgary, Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.